Hello children, welcome to our world of English. Here we are going to deal an interesting poem Or Will the Dream Away by Medora Chevalier of class 10th. Before learning the poem, let's watch a small video of animals. Children, have you watched the animals in this video? How do they look? They look great, aren't they? Have you seen them in your surroundings or in the zoo? Obviously not. Many animals, birds, fish, and many more lives on earth is in extinction. Means you cannot see them anywhere. Do you know the reason behind it? And one more thing I would like to say, many of the animals are in danger. The title of the poem is thought provoking. In this poem, Or Will the Dream Away, Medora Chevalier questioning to the dreamer for his inhumanity towards the nature. What do you think is the dreamer? It is none other than the human being. She discusses the danger that certain species of animals are in. Children, man destructed the forest, polluted the air and water, which resulted many of birds and animals at risk. But he's still dreaming about his future and worldly pleasures, unaware of the danger ahead of him. Let's learn about the poet. Medora Chevalier is a 21st century poet. She is a well-known writer of present day. She writes about contemporary themes. She is a lyricist, choreographer, and dancer, as well as a campaigner for social justice. Medora has organized major SL festivals for human rights, women's rights, peace, and Earth Day. She also writes and performs poetry for festivals and events. In this poem, Or Will the Dream Away? She writes about how the animals would become extinct if they are not protected. Let's move to the glossary section. Plaintive means sad. Snuffle, to breathe noisily. Gleaming, shining softly. Glacier or glacier. The meaning is a large mass of ice which usually moves slowly down a mountain. Warbles. Warbles means to sing with a high continuous but quickly changing sound. Birth fills means the process of giving birth to a baby. Let's learn some more words. Growl. Make a low guttural sound in the throat. Roam. Roam means travel aimlessly or unsystematically. Clutch. A grip or hold tightly or firmly. Lair. A place where wild animals live. Waving. Moving the hand to and fro. Solemn means very serious and not happy. Children, before learning the poem in detail, enjoy the poem sung by Harika, my daughter.
Out in the east, the jungle lizards, the tigress plaintive growls in pain. The great trees hear her breathing, shaking inside her still the new life's weight. These cubs could be the last ones ever to freely live and roam and mate. A grandchild knows the tiger never, or will the dreamer wake?
Out in the east, the jungle listens. The tigress, plaintive, growls in pain. Out in the east, the jungle listens. The tigress, plaintive, growls in pain. Children, who does listen the tigress growl? Let's see. First, the poet speaks only about tigress, but it implies to all other animals living on the land. The forest, a shelter for wild animals, he is now listening to the tigress' sad and painful cry. The great trees here are breathing, shaking. Inside her still the new lives wait. Children, why the tigress is breathing heavily and shaking her head? Is there anyone waiting to come out to see the world? Let us see the detailed explanation. When the poet says that the big trees of the forest are able to hear her breathing, and Tigress is not happy about the situation she is in, and she knows her species is going to end. That is the reason why she is breathing heavily and shaking her head. It shows that she is frightened of her future. These cubs could be the last ones ever to freely live and roam and mate. What does this mean? As animals are slowly disappearing, these poor cubs could be the last ones on the earth to live freely and produce babies. Due to the deforestation, the animal habitat is affected. Today, their survival is a question mark. Our grandchild knows the tiger never, or will the dreamer wake? Children, whom does the grandchild refers to here? And what for she wants the dreamer to wake up? She is asking us this question, or will the human beings realize the damage they have done to the environment? The poet wants us that next generations. We already discussed that who is that grandchild refers to. No. Here, grandchild refers to next generations. So, the poet wants us that next generations never know the tiger as a living thing unless we wake up and take measures to protect them. That is the reason the poetess wants to wake him up.
For in the north the white bear snuffles, down in her lair the gleaming snow. She waits for all the life she's making outside the crashing glaciers grow. These cubs could be the last cubs ever to freely live and roam and mate. Our grandchild knows the white bear never, or will the dream awake?
Far in the north the white bear snuffles, down in her lair the gleaming snow. In this stanza, the poet thinks that glaciers in the polar regions are melting because of the unusual increase in temperature caused by global warming. You know, children, now because of man destruction of the forest, the temperature has risen high. So, this is happening. The bear has been enjoying her life in the snow, but now it is snuffing down in her den in the shining snow. Means here breathing heavily and worried about her cub's survival. She waits for all the life she is making outside the crashing glacier's glow. Children, she is waiting for the babies to come out so that she can take care of them and feed them and make sure of that they will grow well. Though she senses danger, but she focuses on the arrival of her babies. These cubs could be the last cubs ever to freely live and roam and mate. Whitebeard is also sad because of the global warming. Ice is melting down, and she feels that her species may not live further, which leads to extinction. Our grandchild knows the whitebeard never, or will the dreamer wake? Our grandchild knows the whitebeard never, or will the dreamer wake? What does she want to warn us? The poetess warns us if the same continues, the next generations would never know the white bear. Here, grandchild mentioned here. Who is that grandchild here? The grandchild is nothing but our next generations. So the poetess wants us if the same continues, the next generations would never know the white bear as a living thing. It is high time for us to wake up and protect them. So he is questioning the dreamer whether he wants to wake up or not, or else everything will be gone.
There in the west the song thrush warbles, she weaves her nest to hold her clutch. A long wait now to find a partner, the eggs are laid, there are not much. These chicks could be the last ones ever, the last to fly and sing and mate. Our grandchild knows the song thrush never, or will the dreamer wake?
There in the west, the song thrush warbles. She weaves her nest to hold her clutch. Let's see the explanation. In this stanza, the poet talks about the bird thrush, the sweet songs where thrush amidst the trees fills the forest with joy. And she says the man has polluted the air, causing difficulties for the birds to survive. As a result, the number of birds is going down. She hopefully builds a nest in order to hold her babies. A long wait now to find a partner. The eggs are laid. There are not much. What are the birds struggle for? What was the result because of this? To find this, we should know the analysis of these two lines. These birds struggles to find a male partner. Here she is struggling for a male partner because there are not many birds. She lays few eggs in her nest. As a result, she is laying very few eggs. These chicks could be the last ones ever, the last to fly and sing and mate. These chicks could be the last ones ever, the last to fly and sing and mate. Why the author mentioned the word last ones here? Why many birds are endangered? To know the answers, we should get the analysis of these two lines. Such birds are now in danger, and these chicks could be the last ones ever to fly freely on the earth. Here, the poetess wants to convey that due to reforestation, cellular radiation, and flying of airplanes, birds are not able to survive. Our grandchild knows the song thrush never, or will the dreamer wake? What does she want the human beings to do now? The poetess warns us that the future generations would never hear the song thrush. They would see the song thrush categorized as an extinct species. At least now, would the visionary, means here, dreamer, wake up and do something to save them?
Deep in ocean, south the whale swims. Her song of birthing fills the seas. Thousands of creatures wait the moment, the solemn birth that they will see. This child could sing the final whale song, the last to make the oceans shake. Our grandchild never hears its mystery, or will the dreamer wake?
Deep in ocean south, the whale swims, her song of birthing fills the seas. Deep in ocean south, the whale swims, her song of birthing fills the seas. What does this mean? In this stanza, the poetess talks about whales which are also at the verge of extinction. The whale swims deep and adds beauty to the ocean. Whale celebrates the birth of last child. Her sound while birthing fills the seas with pride. The sound resembles a song. Thousands of creatures wait the moment, the solemn birth that they will see. Thousands of creatures wait to witness the divine birth of a whale. They know that it's going to be the end of the whales. That is why the word solemn is used here. This child could sing the final whale song, the last to make the ocean shake. Who is the last one to shake the sea? Why are they going to be extinct? For these answers, please look at the analysis of these two lines. But this child may be the last one to sing the final whale song and make the ocean shake. The poet wants to convey that ship trafficking and oil drillings are posing danger to the lives of many species that live in water. Our grandchild never hears its mystery, or will the dreamer wake? Our grandchild never hears its mystery, or will the dreamer wake? What is the mystery? Our future generation never know. The poet warns us that the coming generations may not hear the mystery of whale's birth, the mystery of whale's birth. But would the dreamer wait and do something to protect them? He's questioning us again.
Here in the center, four directions gather. The path ahead leads up or down. Is this our last bright new world birthday? Is this our waving as we drown? This could be our last true moment, knowing the truth our choices make. Our grandchild asks, that was the moment, and did the dreamer wake?
Here in the center, four directions gather. The path ahead leads up or down. Here in the center, four directions gather. The path ahead leads up or down. What does it mean? Man had destroyed every part of the environment. Here the four directions represents the four continents. In the last stanza, the poet says, now we are at the junction. There exist two paths ahead. Leading up or down means the future is uncertain. Is this our last bright new world birthing? Is this our waving as we drown? The meaning of these two sentences like this: a drowning man waves his hand and appears to others that he is happy. She means that we seem to be happy, but we are descending to our deaths. We are bringing our own destruction with our carelessness towards the environment. Our grandchild asks, "That was the moment." And did the dream awake? Children, who will ask us about the things we have done to the environment? Yes, it's our coming generations. What do they ask us? And what kind of reply we need to give? So, it's time to think for a while. Let us see the analysis of these two sentences. Let us not give a scope for our future generations to question us. As of now, why we haven't responded at the moment when we were supposed to, that means to save all those species. Children, let us move to the comprehension section. And here we can deal with question and answers. The first question is, why does the poet says that these cups could be the last one ever to freely live and roam and mate? Here, children, you need to guess the answer and try to write it. Due to the deforestation, the animal habitat is affected. Today, their survival is a question mark. So, she says that these cubs could be the last one to live freely and produce babies. The second question, why does the thrush weave her nest? Why does the thrush weave her nest? It is an endangered species because it is an endangered species. She is concerned about her care. She weaves nest for the safety of her eggs and her younger ones. Children, here is a message from Medora Chevalier. The message this carries is more urgent than ever. Every scientist report tells us that the loss of biodiversity is accelerating and the loss of ice caps happening much more quickly than was expected. We have to act urgently to avoid ever worsening catastrophes that will hit low lying and low incoming areas first. Stop the hurting and start the healing. Wake up and act. This session is prepared by B. Vijay Bharti, School Assistant English, ZPHS Girls Medchal District, Telangana State. Thank you very much for watching this.